Buongiorno, hello everyone. In this video I would like to show you a few quick, simple steps to schedule Google Meets for your courses for the whole semester all at once. Funny thing, to schedule Google Meets, you don't start from the Google Meet application, but you actually have to start from the calendar application. So let me show you how to access that. When you are, for example, on your email, so you are logged in and you have your Auckland email on, you will see that you have these 9 dots on the top right corner of the window. If you click on this, you will have access to a long list of applications that are part of the Google Suite. It's all included with your Auckland email account. One of the important, I would say, essential ones is Google Calendar. So please click on Google Calendar, and even if you have never used this before, it's not a problem. It's always available to you and you can do many useful things with it. So let's focus on Google Meets. We can have an example of a Summer 2 course starting June 29, that's the first day of classes. So we are in June, we select June 29 here, and a little window will appear. We will need more options, so please click on more options, and the whole page will include settings for your meetings. All right, let's start from a title, for example, Google Meet, and maybe the name of the course. Let's say, for example, IT 1150. All right, so we already have June 29 here selected. What we're going to need is to select a time and then a repetition. So first you have to uncheck the all day option here. So when you click on the checkbox, you see that you have this, you have the times that appear. Just for an example, let's do that you want your sessions to always be from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Okay? It is necessary that when you schedule multiple events on your calendar, that they always happen at the same time. So if you have, you decide that you want to have classes at different times, you are going to have to create them individually. But it is more likely that your classes are always going to be at the same time. All right, so next step is to click on does not repeat, because you see we can extend this and have other options. In our case, my advice is to go to custom, so please click on custom. The default is already repeat every week, so this is good for us. And you can select the days when you want these classes to happen. For example, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then we know that the semester will end on, so you click on August. Select August. The last day of classes for Summer 2 2020 is August 15. So for us, in this case, our last class will be on Thursday, August 13. So just select the date and then click on Done. Okay, so please double check that everything works for you. Your first session will be on June 29, 2020, from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and this will repeat weekly on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday until August 13. Alright, next step is this button right here, Add Google Meet Video Conferencing. So please click on this button, and the Google Meet for all of your classes every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday until August 13 will have the same place, the same instructions. Okay, so this is already created, you don't need to do anything else. Besides, optionally, you can decide to add guests. So since our students also have Google email accounts with our Oakland.edu extension, you can go to your roster for that class and copy paste the email addresses of your students right here. It's up to you. This would allow them to also add the same events to their calendars. Some students use their Google calendars, others don't. This is something you can consider, especially I would say if your class is not very numerous. It will take you 5 minutes to complete this step. Okay, so this is optional. And then save. Click on save. And then you can again check your work, and you will see on the calendar page how we have our first session on June 29 at 10 a.m. and then again on Wednesday and Thursday. And then if you look at the next month, the month of July, you will see how you have these meetings already scheduled until August 13. Okay? Alright, so now, especially if you haven't invited your students with their emails and added the guests in the previous step, you can do this. You can click on one of the meetings, it doesn't matter which one. You will have this little window appearing, and you notice how next to the Join Google Meet you have these, they look like little cards, and if you hover on this symbol, it says copy conference link to clipboard. So this is like, if you're clicking there, it's like you are copying this, and then you will paste it where you need it. So let's click on this icon, okay? And we can go to our Moodle page. One thing that you can do is to simply create an announcement. Let's see, you see when you do an announcement, you add a topic, and you can say, for instance, Google Meet instructions. And then you can be specific if you want and say participation in this class will be evaluated through your attendance in Google Meet. This is how to join. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 10 to 11 a.m. Okay, so this is an example. And then you can follow by pasting Control V, pasting the link to the Google Meets. All right. So you can post it. I'm not going to do this because this is not real for me. All right, so I will just cancel. Another way to share, or I mean, it's an alternative or is something additional that you can do if this is important, is really adding the meetings to your page. So just click on the pencil icon on the top right corner of your Moodle page for each course, and you will enter editing mode. For example, you could add a new block. You see, you do add topics. Edit the title of this topic. Excuse me for scrolling. Sorry, it's still loading. Okay. So you can edit the title of your topic to Google Meets. Okay, enter. And then add an activity or resource. In this instance, I would say you can simply use the page option, the page resource. So click here and add. And then so this is the name of the activity, and then the content could be even just simply the link to the meetings. Okay, if you want, you can add a description. It could be something similar to what we were writing in the announcement before. Of course, you can use this as a way to stress the importance of meetings and participation in your class. For instance, here you can, in the description, you can say, I don't know, 20% of your grade in this course is participation. Okay, or something like this, and keep explaining and describing. You can add the times, etc. Okay. You can decide to display the description on the page, which would give students more information. Okay, and then save. So this is what we did. Let's go back to the to the Moodle website. And you see that we have now this new block for Google Meets. If you want to give it more relevance, of course, you can decide to move it around. When you are in editing mode, you have these arrows. When you click and hold, so you not just click once, but you click and hold, you can drag the blocks in your Moodle page to find the best spot or the best logical spots for your topic. Okay, in this case, we want to give it a lot of relevance, and so we want to take it to the very top. Okay, all right, so once you put it in the best position you want, you can click again on the pencil icon to exit editing mode, and you're done. you have all the meetings. Students and you are going to always use the same link for all of the meetings throughout the semester. Thank you for your attention. Grazie e arrivederci. Goodbye.